22 turnovers. Miserable. Having said that, I'm elated with our team's competitive spirit and did some really good things. Toby Lawal is a super talented player. He was not very good tonight. Jaden Schutt's a very talented player. Jaden had the O line. There's O's all the way across. We got to get those two guys going. But tip of the cap to Jaden Young, Ben Burnham, Brandon Rexsteiner helped our team. Tyler Johnson had a couple good plays. Patrick Wester played well. They fought like crazy, and Louisville's got a good basketball team. Consequently, they're ranked 19th in the country. They got good pieces, and make some things hard on you. Is that enough? Let's get out of here.
Tyler, back right.
Coach, you mentioned Toby's rough night. What did Louisville do defensively that was so challenging?
You know, they've got some movers, but I don't think it was anything that Toby did in particular. My God, his ball handling, his ball skills are so pitiful to start the game. I think he had 3 of our 12 turnovers in the first half. He's come so far. Just didn't have his best night.
On the other hand, Patrick Wessler's looked as good as he's ever had over the last 2 games.
Playing
what have
well.
you seen in terms of his improvement?
He's poised, and this is his 3rd year now. I mean, he's been a part of it, and he's really worked at it. Really proud of him.
Mike, as you said, 22 turnovers, and of course you had those 2 big ones in the final minute. You just came off a game where you had only 5 turnovers at Miami. What was that Louisville defense?
Miami doesn't guard anything. All right, and Louisville guards.
You're down 11 with about 13 minutes to go in the game, and you tied the game up. What did you like about how you guys got back into that?
We
second half?
competed, Mark. We competed, and they really tried to isolate Chucky Hepburn with Rexsteiner and Hammond, and those 2 kids stuck it up in there and did a nice job. They really tried to isolate 5, who's talented. Holy smokes, on a guard. And we buckled down and really defended. We rebounded well in that stretch. Big play of the game, down 3, I think, fellas, maybe down 1, and we got them to the bottom of the clock, and they shot a highly contested ball that they rebounded, and that those are the things that get you. I think we fouled. Don't remember the situation clearly, but it was something like that, something that you can't do in any game, certainly not against the Cards.
Mike, you said you were elated with your team's fight. What about the way you guys played defensively allowed you guys to get back in the game?
I thought very good, and I really like what Pat has done. I've competed against him now. I think the first time we competed against one another was 2014. Was it 12?
Yeah.
He's a good basketball coach, does some really unique things, and he's got some dudes to run unique things. But I thought our team really tried to do exactly what we asked them. And they can put you in a real pickle with their ability to run out of actions and a number of kids that can shoot.
What kind of spark did Ben Burnham and Brandon Rexsteiner give you
well,
early?
Very much so. Ben Burnham has been really, really good. He was really, really good in South Florida on Saturday. You know what you're going to get. He's going to make a mistake, but I'll tell you one thing. He's going to fight, and he is going to give you everything in his tank every second he's on the floor. And, good God, we're down 11 to start the game, and thank goodness here comes Burnham in to steady the ship a little bit. We go into half down 8. Awfully pleased with Ben Burnham and his competitive nature. Who are you?
Brooks Holden with the Courier-Journal.
I like
in
your
Louisville.
paper.
Hey, thank you.
Not as much as Roanoke Times, but I like the Courier-Journal.
Fair enough.
Rick and all those guys, please tell those guys hello.
I will do that. your team did great on the boards tonight, but then late in the game they gave up the one to Scott. He came in and finished off that layup from Chucky. When you guys do such a good job on the boards, all night, just to have a moment like that, and then you mentioned another big rebound. Just how frustrating was that for you to see there late in the game?
Very much so. Very much so. We're down a good rebounder in Poteet, who we expect to have back on Saturday. It's the difference between winning and losing, or plays like that. When you give Louisville or, whomever it might be, another possession that the basketball gods, I refer to them, typically kick you in the kneecaps, and certainly good teams do. And that is a credit to Scott, who is, a good-looking young man. Made a great play, and we botched one. Good to have you in town.
Your team was able to limit Rain Smith to 3 of 11.
Nah, I don't know how much we limited him. Pardon me for interrupting you. He didn't shoot the ball well tonight. That dude's a killer. He's a good basketball player. He just had a tough shooting night. I interrupted you. I apologize. Continue.
What did you like about your team's coverage of Rain?
We did a pretty good job all in all. He had as many good shots tonight as he's had, every night. I've had a couple like him. Those guys are a lot of fun. Keep going. Great question.
And how did you feel about your team out rebounding Louisville 37-30, despite the?
I'm a little surprised by that. 5 is he's a good basketball player. 1, wow, tough. Traore I thought he was bigger than that. He looks like he's 6'4". He's probably 6'6". But I've got my team fights. They compete. They want to lay it on the line. So that's a great statistic. But sometimes that one, you got to have it. You got to have it. What year are you in here?
I'm a freshman.
Are you really?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you from?
I'm from Northern Virginia.
Where?
Northern Virginia.
What high school?
I went to a private high school.
Well, keep Lake Braddock? Did you say Lake Braddock?
No, I went to a private high school.
Oh, okay. Keep coming. Your question's a hell of a lot better than that guy, and he's been doing it for 75 years.
It's too late for me.
Coach, you mentioned the score at halftime. How would you assess where you guys were at the half down 8?
Could have been a hell of a lot worse, Carter. Could have been a heck of a lot worse. I bet I haven't called timeout in the first 5 minutes 3 times in my career. But go down 11 at home to the Cardinal. I thought probably better get one. We're in great shape. I thought we were in great shape. We found ourselves down 7, 8, 9, 10 on a couple of occasions and have come right back. And I thought that we would. So again, not ideal, but we were okay.
Last question, Mark.
To follow up on Louisville's defense, what about Louisville's defense gave you trouble tonight?
They are big, good positional size. They don't have a true post player. Scott's a post player, but he's not a back-to-the-basket guy. He's a lob threat. He screens well. But 1, 5, Traore, Waterman does a nice job for them defensively. They're very solid, very solid. I credit Pat and his staff. They've got a good outfit on the defensive end. Safe travels back home. Have a good night, everybody.